What's up, RBY Pokemon Challenges fam? This is Teo coming at you with another run, and we're back on Mr. Mime. I hate this Pokemon so much, but I have to give it another run. Here's what happened. We did the Pokemon Yellow version runs with Mr. Mime, and there was a lot of backlash on those because people were saying, hey, I remember when J-Rose did his original Minimum Battles run in Pokemon Red and Blue, and he used Mr. Mime in order to beat the entire game. Well, that's why we have to do a follow-up, because a lot of people don't realize that there's a huge difference between Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red and Blue, which is the entire reason why Mr. Mime completely failed this challenge in Yellow. But in Red and Blue, we just found that it could actually beat the entire game on 0 DVs, minimum battles, and without a single TM. It did take 204 resets to do that though, which means we have a lot of work to do to optimize this one. But I do think this one is going to be S tier in this version. Here's how we're going to do it. I'm thinking that we're going to get to the SSN and we're going to take 2 optional battles there. We're going to get access to Body Slam and we are going to get the extra rare candy. After that, we should be able to get through to Celadon just fine, where we can pick up Psychic. That will be our strongest attacking move. And I'm willing to bet that for most of the game at least, Body Slam and Psychic are going to be all that we really need. We'll get Meditate, we'll already have Barrier, might add Substitute later on, not sure, but I think it's going to be enough. Let's see if that is, and if we end up having to take a bunch of optional battles. Let's get into this one. Oh, and sorry, we don't want to start off right there at Mewtwo at the end of the game, rip. So here, let's go ahead and give our player a name. I, of course, as usual. But we've got a brand new channel member, Marvin Dang. So we're giving Dang some love, man. Thanks for joining the channel membership. We're up to 8 channel members now. That is nuts to me. Like, of course we got the originals, right? Razador, Mark McCarty, Ken Schmidt. Guys are already almost up to 6 months. Are you kidding me? Guys are absolute legends. And yeah, I just can't say enough, guys. It's really cool. So last time we named this one Marcel, kind of as a joke, because that's the name of the in-game trade Mr. Mime. But I think we're going to name this one Marcelius. Sorry, I think that's funny. Okay, so we can get into the run properly. We're going to go as quick as we can here. We're going straight for the confusions there on that Charmander. No way we're going to let that Charmander do anything to us. And we're going to try to complete this one as fast as possible too, so we can see how the time kind of stacks up. Because Hypno and Alakazam got sub 50-minute times here. And of course, Mewtwo is Mewtwo. Those are the only runs that we've done in Pokemon Red and Blue so far, are just these Psychic types. Definitely going to be doing more runs over here just to mix things up a little bit. We'll have some Red and Blue content as well as some Yellow content, because these games are really different. And especially when we're talking about minimum battles, there are tons of Pokemon that can beat Brock on minimum battles in Yellow that will fail here in Red and Blue. But there are also some Pokemon that would fail in Red and Blue, or sorry, fail in Yellow, but can do it just fine here in Red and Blue. So the minimum battles challenge is significantly different enough that I think it does warrant trying both versions. Here in Viridian Forest, we're just going to confusion down this Weedle, and that's gonna go down very, very easily. And now I think we want to get to Brock, where we're really hoping that he'll just use Defense Curl with his Geodude and allow us to set up our barriers, and then we can go into the confusion spam. That's the game plan. So here we outspeed, we get our barriers set up. Okay, he used Defense Curl. We can see that Confusion isn't doing a lot of damage here, but we do get through that one. Screech is fine, and now he's confused. And now we just completely wrecked his Onix because it used Bide. There we go. So, we get through Brock, no problems whatsoever, and I think we still have enough PP that we're just going to pop over here to the next section. There's no need to heal. just come right over here and start spamming confusion on everything. We're up to level 10 right now, which we're not going to level up as fast as some of those other Pokemon, especially Alakazam is in the medium slow level up group, but it means it gets to a much higher level in this section. But we should do just fine here, I think. Oh, look at that one shot on that Nidoran. Nidoran, you are nothing. Let's just make sure I went far enough out to reset. The colors are so much more muted in red and blue that it throws me off a little bit. I'm not sure if I left the area or not. Okay, but there we go. We get through that bug catcher. We are going to heal up in the Pokemon Center here before Mount Moon. And you might say, why not get Mega Punch? We're still trying to keep to as few TMs as possible here. And Mega Punch is just kind of redundant with Body Slam, and I don't think that it's going to bring enough benefit before we get to Body Slam anyway, and we're definitely not taking on Misty until we get Body Slam, so yeah, it just doesn't make any sense, I don't think. I think it's just useless. And I'm going to try to do this one without Hyper Beam. I don't think I need it. You know, that may be a mistake, but I honestly don't think I need it. I think Meditate plus Body Slam is gonna be enough. Okay, we're just gonna use Confusion on all of these Pokemon. There we go, we get through that Super Nerd, and we got the Dome Fossil, guys. Protect your dome. You know what it is. Oh, in this version, I forgot that I need to catch a Pokemon in order to be an HM Pokemon. So we're going to rectify that right now. We are going to get ourselves a Paris in here. And, yeah, we just picked up the Great Ball, so we can just use that Great Ball in order to catch it. Let's see. Oh, and immediately we get the Paris. Nice, nice, nice. And he breaks out of the Great Ball. Oops. Which shouldn't have been a reset. That's a mistake. I'm going to fix that in just a second here. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay, so we were on 9 battles at that point with 0 resets. Let's just fix that real quick. Lose all the time right here. And this is how the run became 7 hours. Okay. So that should be 0. That should be 9. See how we're doing here. There we go. Cool. Fixed. And now we need to turn off wild Pokemon because, yeah. Okay, there we go. So now we can make our way over to Cerulean, where nothing here should be too bad, I don't think, but I am going to take on Rivaltwo first, before I go to Misty's gym. I don't know, I think this junior trainer is just fine, though. Let's just try him. Here, Barrier, in order to increase defense, and now Confusion should do more than enough damage. There we go. So we get through that one. We just don't want to take on Misty yet. Bubble Beam will do a lot of damage, and even physical attacks will do decently. But let's get into the Rivaltwo fight. So here I think we want to avoid Sand Attack as much as possible. Now the fact that we got taken all the way down to 1 HP is pretty bad here, though. Fortunately, Confusion will allow us to just get through this Abra, but I don't think we get through after that. So that's our first legit reset in the game. And we're getting just completely wrecked. Like, we got a Gen 1 miss there, are you kidding me? Okay, so once again, we're going to set up all the barriers. We have 1 accuracy drop here, which could be bad. We could end up, like, not hitting anything forever. Come on. No. No. Come on. Okay, there we go. We get through that. Okay, critical hit on Rattata. That was good. Okay. And we couldn't hit. That was bad. We need better luck than this, guys. That's what this comes down to. Okay. Okay, it's confused. Oh, and we got the Gen 1 miss. Are you kidding me? We are getting the worst possible luck here. Confusion is supposed to be 100% accurate, and we got the miss once again. Oh, man. Rivaltwo. You troll, you. Okay. We get through that. It's a 2-hitter there on Rattata. Okay, he uses a Leer. Now we just need to land a hit. There we go. Okay, there we are. 2 resets there on the Rivaltwo fight. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Oh man, I hate you, Mr. Mime, so much. But I mean, let's remember that in the run where we finished with only 4 resets with our Hypno, we did have a reset here, if I recall correctly. So technically not the end of the world. In fact, I think we had the reset on Brock, didn't we? Sorry, I gotta remember. I gotta go back and rewatch the footage, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Man. But Mr. Mime, I mean, he is a fragile boy. You know, he's not a tough boy. He needs a little bit of help here. But fortunately, Confusion is doing enough damage to one-shot these Pokemon that are weak to Psychic-type moves. So there is that. And we can get up here, and I'm not going to get Thunder Wave. I tried that last time, and don't get me wrong, it's good, it's useful, but with Body Slam, it just becomes kind of redundant. So we'll just kind of let that one go for now. And here, these Nidorans, oh, look at this Confusion just knocking them out. And now I think we potion up before we take on this next junior trainer here. He has a Rattata, which is scary. Uses quick attack, but we get through. Okay, cool. And the last trainer here, the Oddish Lass. I think Confusion will do the job. Yes, there we go. She gets destroyed. And we can save Billy Boy. What's up, Billy Boy? How you doing, man? Give me a ticket. Nice. Billy, he's our friend. Okay, so I'm going to heal up before I take on the Innocent Bystander, because he is a little bit scary with his Drowsy. So here I think we lead off by using Confusion, and now I think we at least want to Barrier a couple times so that Pound will do less damage. We already resist Confusion, but if we get put to sleep like this, we can survive some hits while we're asleep, and there we go. We get through him. Cool. So now let's just go back up here, let's heal up again, and make our way down to Vermilion fairly quickly. I don't think we're on the same pace as like Alakazam or Hypno at this point, but you know, still doing alright. So here Confusion is just going to hopefully wreck these Pidgeys? Yes! Well, we got 3 crits in a row, so I'm not sure if it mattered, but you know. Still, it did the damage, and we take down that Raticate too, so there's that. And now we can get onto the SSN properly. And let's take on this Boyo here. One shot on the Nidoran, and we can pick up Body Slam. There we go. So we've got Body Slam, we can pick up all the other items that we need on here really quickly. And just move on down. So, got another Great Ball so that we can catch a flying Pokemon later on. And here, I think we just go Confusion on this old man's Pokemon, because we clearly have better special, so we should use it. And it's time to make our way to Rival number 3. So let's see how this Rival 3 fight goes. Here, I'm going to lead off with Confusion on the Pidgeotto and same on the Raticate, but now we can use Body Slam here. Here, I'm going to go Light Screen first. Now Body Slam, cool. And now Confusion. Oh, we got wrecked there. What? Okay, let's try this again. Okay. So confusion, 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 confusion. We level up and learn light screen, so I'll use light screen. But I think we want to set up some barriers here for the Charmeleon. And Body Slam did decently, and there we go, we took it down. Okay, so 3 resets so far, but keep in mind, this was 204 resets last time, so we're fine. We're fine. This isn't perfect, but it's okay. We're getting through. And we can pop over here and talk to this guy in this version, because you can dig out of this Pokemon fan club for some reason. They're just like, yeah, you can dig. We don't care. It's all fine. Just dig out of our building. Things that they patched for good reason in Gen 2, or in Yellow version rather. Not even Gen 2, what am I talking about? Okay, so we get a bicycle, and we can make our way over here now, where we're just gonna go through Rock Tunnel. Oh, wait, we have to fight Misty first. Rip. Forgot. Okay, so in the Misty fight here, let's just see how this one goes. I'm gonna lead off with a light screen to reduce damage from her water type moves and set up the barriers. And now I can go confusion, confusion. And now here is where we get a critical hit from Bubble Beam. Rip. And we oh no, we didn't survive. We barely missed the range to knock it out. You're kidding me. Come on. Okay, light screen, barrier, barrier, barrier. Now we can go confusion on Staryu. And now it's all... and another critical hit Bubble Beam. Come on. Misty, you troll, you. Light screen, barrier, barrier, barrier. Oops, misclick. But critical hit. Confusion does the job there. And man, this Starmie will not stop with the crits, but we finally get through 5 resets to this point though. So what that means is that we're probably not going to match Alakazam or Hypno. I don't know, we could still match Mewtwo in this one, at least in terms of the number of resets, but that was bad. That was bad, bad, bad. Oh, Mr. Mime, you're so bad. Okay, so here we can just go confusion on the wrapping last. This should be fine. Okay, and here we've got this bug catcher where I think we just continue with the confusion spam with no real issues. And we can make our way into Rock Tunnel here. So let's just go ahead and save real quick. And here on this one, I'm going to lead off with Barrier. I think this is absolutely the best play. Okay, now we can just sit here and spam Body Slam over and over again. Nice crit there. Cool, we get through that one. Now let's go ahead and take on the second Pokemaniac, where I'm going to lead off with a couple barriers, because I expect some headbutts in this one. And now Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam, and Body Slam. Cool. And I think we can at least take on this Junior Trainer. Okay, wasn't quite a one-hitter there with Confusion, but two-hitter, cool. We'll take that too. And here I'm gonna just use the Max Potion. Let's just see if we can just make our way straight to the Rock Tunnel Hiker and take him down. Definitely think we want to set up the barriers just in case here though. Let's see. So here, barrier, barrier, barrier. Now Confusion, one-shots, one-shots. Not quite a one-shot, see? So the barrier is important there. But really we wanted barrier in case he used self-destruct. A non-crit self-destruct probably wouldn't knock us out. Okay, here we can go Confusion, Confusion, and Confusion. Does not one-shot on the Pidgey, but that's okay because we are through Rock Tunnel, and that means that we can just make our way over to Celadon, where we are going to hopefully get access to Saffron City And Saffron City then allows us to get the much more important move, which is Psychic. Okay, we survived against Clefairy Girl. I was a little scared there for a second. I was like, oh no, I didn't heal and she might knock me out. But no, we survived. We survived. Okay, so we get through that little section there. Okay, so now we can just pop right over here to the department store, where we are immediately going to get that fresh water. That is oh so nice. Oh so important. And get over to Saffron. And go meet Mr. Psychic, and then just start using Psychic like crazy. So, here, Psychic TM time. Let's teach this to Marcellus over Confusion. Definitely the best play. By far. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, so with Psychic, I think we can just try to take on Erica. That's the game plan. Let's try to take her on with this super strong move, since it will be super effective on the Victory Bell and on the Vileplume. But first we have to take down this one, so we're going to body slam on some eggs, guys. The surest way to crack an egg. Okay, now we can get back out of here. We want to heal up before we take on Erica. But then I think we're in pretty decent shape, honestly. Okay. Okay, we're gonna save right here, and let's try Erica one time, at least. So here, I'm gonna go Light Screen first. Psychic? Well, I mean, Light Screen does nothing for us against that Razor Leaf, does it? Okay. But we survived Mega Drain, and there we go. We get through Erica on the first attempt, so, I mean, yeah, Light Screen did help on the Vileplume there. Cool. And let's get our flying Pokemon while we're at it. Here we can just come over here, and we're going to turn wild Pokemon back on so that we can get a Doduo or a Spearow or something. Maybe we'll get a Fearow. I just did the Pidgeot run over in Pokemon Yellow, and a lot of people are like, hey, when's the Fearow run coming? Soon. That's the only answer I have. Soon. Not immediately, but soon. Let's see, we should drop our quick save right there. Oh, there we go. So we get the Doduo, we can get the Fly HM real quick. Alright, so wild Pokemon are off, as they are in all runs, because otherwise it takes so much time running away from wild Pokemon, and this isn't a speed run. We're not worried about actually speed running the game. We're just trying to figure out a good way to play the game. So here I'm going to already PP up in Psychic, since we're going to carry Psychic for the entire game. It's clearly one of the best moves that we have available. And I didn't heal, but it doesn't matter because we just one-shot both of those Pokemon. Lol. But let's not let that be the reason that I have a bunch of resets here. Oh god. Resetting on Team Rocket. Not my idea of a good time. Okay, but we can make our way through the Rocket Game corner pretty quickly here, down to the basement floor. And rip, I took the wrong tile. I misclicked and hit the wrong tile. Okay, we want to avoid that guy. Perfect. And now we can get to this guy, who we do need to fight, and Psychic is going to one-shot and one-shot. Perfect. We're all the way up to level 30 at this point, and I think we can drop another PP up into Psychic. Perfect. Let's save the game. Let's make him drop the lift key, because he doesn't do that automatically in this version. Oh god. They were just trying to troll little kids when they put out Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, we're not going to tell you where you're supposed to go. We're not going to tell you what's going on. Figure it out, kid. That's why people who played these games as kids were the best generation of Pokemon players. Let's get into this fight here, where against these random rockets, we're just going to go ahead and knock them out. And yeah. Psychic pretty much makes us a powerhouse in this section. We could learn Double Slap, but we're not going to. And we can get to Mr. Giovanni here. I think I'm going to start off by barriering here, because he just used Rage. There we go. Yeah, use Rage, buddy. But this way we're guaranteed to survive against Kangaskhan, or Kangaskhan, sorry, Kangaskhan. No matter what it does, so cool. So now I'm going to actually go take on Lieutenant Serge, I think. I want to get access to actually being able to use Fly outside of battle. And he will give us the TM for Thunderbolt, which could be useful in the right situations. So it could be very useful in the late game. Oh, we got the first switch on the first attempt. Oh. There it is. Perfect. Let's go ahead and fight Lieutenant Serge here. Where in this one, I'm going Psychic. Psychic right there. And Psychic is not a one-hitter, but it is a two-hitter. Come on. Lieutenant Serge, chump. There's a reason why he's only a lieutenant. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back to Lavender. I'm going to do just a little bit of item management here as well. We're probably not going to use some of these, so let's just get them out of the bag so that we don't have them stopping us from doing what we want to do. I am going to keep TM24 though. That probably will be useful later on. Okay, so here against Rival 4, we're going to lead off with Psychic. That's a one-hitter. Here, Body Slam should pretty much do the job on that Execute. It's a couple of Psychics there on Gyarados. Body Slam takes down Kadabra, and Psychic takes down Charmeleon. That was easy. And now we can make our way through this section where I don't think these Chandlers are going to be too hard, because Psychic, haha, you have no chance against me. So there we go. Oh, I didn't need to pick up that Awakening. Garbage. Throw it on the ground. Nobody needs Awakening. So now we can get through this section and just completely destroy some Chandlers. Easy. And I think we're probably going to take on Koga before Rival 5 in this one, given that we have all the answers for Koga with Psychic, I think. Psychic and Barrier. So here, Ghost Marowak. Not quite a one-hit KO with that Psychic. That's a little disappointing. But now these Rockets should be pretty darn easy, I think. Cool. Very cool. Oh, just look at this one go down. Oh, we've been put to sleep. No. Here, Body Slam. Body Slam. Get Body Slammed. There we go. And let's take on this last Rocket here, where I think Psychic does the job. I don't think Raticate can survive. Nope. And we take it down the Zubat. There we go. So we've saved Mr. Fuji. We are more than halfway through this run. There are more battles in this run, which is always a little bit irritating, but, you know, We'll take whatever we can get. So, I think we go south. South to Fuchsia City. Let's just run away from that one. And let's go over here and get our rare candy. Oh, rip. That's why I dropped the little save state, guys. Misrouting. Okay. Okay, there's another PP up, which we can just immediately slap into Psychic. And there we go. Through that section. So now we can just get into Koga's gym, still on 5 resets, so not doing too bad. Let's see how this goes. Here I am going to plan to go Light Screen and Barrier here. Okay, he's disabled Body Slam, so I have to go Psychic, but here now, as long as we don't get poisoned, we're basically fine, I think. We paralyze Kadabra and take it down in 2 hits, and it's a 2-hit on the last Drowsy. There we go. And really, I mean, Poison Gas is the strongest thing they could do to us there, but yeah. We should set up Barrier and Light Screen just in case. So, Light Screen in case it uses Psychic, Barrier, 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 Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam. We have been poisoned, but that I think is okay. Here, Psychic won't do that much because we're behind a Light Screen, so there we go. There we go, there we go. So we can get into the Koga fight, where I think the only thing we wanted to do is set up Barrier here. Nothing uses special attacks, but this will help us survive if we do take a self-destruct at the end, which I think is very important. It's not a one-shot here on Muck, it's a 2-hitter, so it's very similar to Hypno in that sense. And it's not a one-shot there, but we survived the self-destruct thanks to Barrier. So we have gotten through that section. Nice! So let's just make our way very quickly up here to the Safari Zone, which should be fine, I think. And we have badge boosts now in speed, so Barrier will allow us, I think, to outspeed everything on Rival 5's team. I at least hope so. But we may end up having to use rare candies here. Not entirely sure. Okay, so we've got the gold teeth. We pick up the Surf HM, we can dig out, we'll just give the Warden his teeth. We can't actually use Strength yet, because we don't have a Strength Pokemon, but that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna get a Lapras here pretty soon, and that should do the trick. Okay, so to the 5th floor, we're gonna get the Elixir, and then just go straight to fighting this Rocket Grunt, where Psychic should just destroy that. There we go. And let's get into the fight with Rival 5. We're really hoping not to take a bunch of sand attacks here. That is really what I'm hoping for. And let's see what our current status is. We are so close to level up, that's stupid. But, okay, let's just see. Here, we're gonna lead off with Barrier. And now go Psychic, and oh, we're getting the hits now, though. Okay, we take that one down. Cool. Now we've leveled up. We've been poisoned and Elite Seeded. This one might just be done. Too many accuracy drops there. Here, instead, I'm gonna go for a slightly different tactic. I'm just gonna go straight for Psychic here on Pidgeot. That worked. Now we can go Barrier, 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 Light Screen, Body Slam. Is not doing a lot, but I don't think it has to do a lot. But yeah, Psychic's stronger there. Okay. Okay, we take that one down. Now I am going Barrier, 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 and Light Screen. And after it reflects, I think Psychic is so much stronger here that we should just go Psychic to take that one down. Now Psychic and Critical Hit Bite. Okay. I think this one's possible, guys. We just have to get better luck here. Psychic, Psychic, okay. Barrier. Stun Spore's kind of good because it means we won't have to deal with poison here. Oops. Here I'll go. That, okay, but okay, so we're going to, I think, spam some rare candies here. Get Meditate. There we go. See how Meditate does for us. So here, Meditate actually is pretty cool because that means that we're going to be able to, in theory at least, if we don't just get knocked out immediately by a bunch of crits, we should be able to set up Barrier here. And everything's badge boost at this point. So we just start setting up all of the Meditates, but we've got to get the setup off here. That's the problem. Barrier, Meditate, 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 Barrier, Barrier, Body Slam. Now we just need to land hits. That's all this comes down to. Landing hits. Come on. We got wrecked because we couldn't land hits. Okay. So instead, what if we Psychic and Psychic to knock you out, and now go Meditate like crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we should outspeed everything. Ooh, and I used Psychic and I should have used Body Slam. Okay. One more time, one more time. Psychic and Psychic, good. Meditate, 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 and Meditate. Now Body Slam's doing just fine here as long as we can land hits. Oh, we're just staying paralyzed for so many turns. Oh man, paralysis was not what we wanted. I'd rather be poisoned. Much rather be poisoned. Okay, Psychic, Psychic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Body Slam. Body Slam. Body Slam, okay. Body Slam was not a one-hitter there? Are you kidding me? Oh, it's because we didn't have all the other badge boosts on top. Okay. Meditate, Meditate, Meditate. This is trolly. Okay. Dig. So we're gonna have to go to Blaine first, it looks like. So the way that we do that, we get the EV here. We go back over here. And we have to get over here, where we are going to get a water stone in the department store. So buy that water stone. There we go. get down to the first floor again, where we can just use this Water Stone on our Eevee. There we go, we've got a Vaporeon. We can teach it to Surf. And now on to Blaney Boy instead. Like, we're not going to sit there all day on Rival 5, when clearly, I mean, he's possible there. We could just grind that out, but why grind it out when we can just go take on Blaine? And Blaine's so much worse in this version, and he's gonna let us do all the setup on his first Growlithe, I'm sure. So I feel pretty confident that we're gonna get through this just fine. Okay, we'll get that. We may as well grab Solar Beam just in case. I don't think we'll need it, but, you know, can always just have the TM to have it. And get the rare candies and the secret key, and now it's time to dig out. So there we go. Cool. So on to Blaine, where we can go through his Pokemon quiz. This should be incredibly easy. Just need to answer all of these correctly. This one is also a no. This one's a no. This one's a yes. Okay, and this one's a no, it's not Tombstoner. And we can get into the Blaine fight. Let's go. Here, strategy. I'm going to set up Barrier first, because he will use Takedown. Now I'm going to set up all my Meditates, so we're just getting higher and higher stats here. Oh, and he got a critical hit. Come on. Okay, Barrier first. 3 full HP super potions are nice. Another barrier. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Now we can body slam. Body slam. Body slam is a 2-hitter there. Body slam. Critical hit was bad. But we got the paralysis, and there we go. We get through Blaine on the second attempt. Without a critical hit, he's no problem. And the reason that that fight is important is because now we have a badge boost in Special, which means that we will be able to use Psychic after we badge boost up, and Psychic is going to be significantly stronger than using our Body Slam here, so let's just see how that goes. Okay. So first things first, our Psychic is much stronger here, so we can just 2-shot there. We can once again go into all of our badge boost spam here. And we're paralyzed, but that should be fine. As long as we can not be fully paralyzed so often. I mean, it's only supposed to be a 1 in 4 chance of being fully paralyzed. Okay. Okay, we paralyzed the Execute. That's nice. Okay, we get through that. We survive Psybeam. And the problem is that we couldn't outspeed on the Charizard. Okay, barrier, barrier, barrier. Meditate, 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 meditate. Now we just need to land the Psychic. That's a 1-hitter. Body Slam there is not quite a 1-hitter. Come on. Come on, we need to actually hit. Okay, but there, that worked. Now we've leveled up though. So Body Slam is the play. Okay, we need to avoid that level up in this fight, which is why I'm going to drop a rare candy there. So here, barrier, barrier, barrier. Critical hits are bad. Here, Psychic's a 1-hitter. Body Slam, not quite a 1-hitter, but a 2-hitter there. Psychic 1-shots there. Body Slam 1-shots there. And Psychic 1-shots there. So there we go. The badge boost and Special helped quite a bit, and it made it so that we could get through that without too much trouble. So now I'm going to go ahead and teach Lapras Surf and Strength. It's our last HM Pokemon, and I think we may as well just go ahead and full restore right here. And go ahead and try to take on this Rocket Grunt. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Barrier, barrier. Body slam, body slam. Psychic. There we go. Fortunately, we have another full restore, which I'll just use right here, so we can go straight to Giovanni. Where Psychic should just destroy that one. Here I'm gonna barrier a couple times. He's used Rage, which is good, but it means that we really just want to badge boost up, and now we can use Psychic to one-shot. Psychic will one-shot there anyway, and one-shot there anyway. Perfect. Okay. So Giovanni goes down, and we can make our way to the top of the building, 10th floor. We're going to grab the rare candy. And now let's go ahead and dig on out of here and go take on Sabrina. I don't think Sabrina's going to be terrible in this one because we have access to Meditate. I think that's going to be the saving grace here. So let's try this. Here, I'm going to lead off with Meditate. She's going to hit us with psychic moves no matter what. So, Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam. Here we can go Psychic. And we got taken out by that Leech Life. Okay. So let's just double check this. Couple Meditates into Body Slam should do the job there. It's a 2-hitter there. It's a 2-hitter here. And now the point is that Alakazam is never going to actually attack us, so we just need to set up all the Meditates and Body Slam it down. There we go. So we get through her. We're on 20 resets so far. Not too bad. And we can make our way back down here to Fuchsia really quickly. We just want to pick up the rare candy in the Warden's house. And now we can fly on up to take on Giovanni in his gym in Viridian. This shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. We have Barrier. We have Psychic. I think we're going to do fine. Okay, so let's get into this fight first, where Psychic just destroys that Rhyhorn. And I think Psychic's going to destroy this Black Belt as well. No problem, no problem, no problem. Cool. And I do not think we need to heal. I think we just go straight in. You know, we have enough PP, I think, to just make this one perfectly fine. So I'm going to start setting up Barrier here first, because I just want to have as much in the way of badge boosts as I can get. Okay. He's used Tail Whip again. We can see my special stat is all the way up to 672. Which I think will be enough to just destroy everything on his team. The Nidos go down. We've made it to Rhydon. It's a 2-hit KO, but that's just because we leveled up. If we hadn't leveled up there, the badge boosts would have guaranteed that that would be a 1-hit KO. So, yeah. 20 resets at this point is not bad at all. Not bad at all. We're still in S tier territory. We're not going to match Mewtwo or Alakazam or Hypno, but nobody expected that. Come on. Let's take on Rival 6. So here, I'm going to start off by Barrier. And it's not going to use Agility. It's mostly going to use Wing Attack, but it no longer knows Sand Attack, which is very, very good for us. Because that means we can just set up everything. But it wasn't a one-shot because of a crit. Okay. Oh, and now we leveled up. Okay. Well, I'm not going to learn Substitute. No. No, I'm not. But here the issue, I think, is that we leveled up in the fight. So we're going to need to rare candy here. We are not going to learn Substitute in this one. And let's just get back into this. So first things first, we're going to Barrier because this one's very likely to use Quick Attack or Wing Attack. And then we're going to set up all of our Meditates. Now this one will never use Agility because Agility is Psychic type and the Smart AI says that that move is resisted. So yeah. Here we can Body Slam and Body Slam. We're going Psychic there on Gyarados. That was a one-shot. That was a one-shot on Alakazam with Body Slam. We've leveled up here though. And that was bad because we were outsped after we leveled up there on the Charizard. And it did good damage. So we got taken down. Let's try this again. So more barriers. Here I'm going to set up the bot or the Meditates. Maybe we should just Barrier. And maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Maybe this is where we actually want to set up. Like, we get knocked out that time, but it's just because, you know, Psychic here is a 2-hitter. Now we can go Barrier. And if it uses Tail Whip, it's just going to let us set up even more badge boosts. Now I can Meditate. 6. Oops, that's all the Meditates. So now I kind of just want him to do that, because if we can get one more Tail Whip here, oh, but I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Here all of these are going to be one-hitters now, unless we get a crit. And there we go, we get through Charizard that time. Perfect. 23 resets, but we are on to the Elite Four. Nice. So we're just going to make our way through this little section right here. Still very close to minimum battles. Only 2 battles above minimum battles, but with TMs. I think this is going to be fine, guys. And it will kind of show just how much a couple of battles and TMs really affect everything with this one. Because remember, we're on 0 DVs. If you had good DVs with your Mr. Mime, which you're not likely to get 0 DVs, that's only a 1 in 65,536 chance, then, you know, you would generally be outperforming this by quite a bit. Some of these spots where we were outsped, we would outspeed. Some of these spots where we got KO'd barely would be a range. Some of these spots where we haven't quite knocked out the opponent, we would be one-shotting them instead. I mean, DVs make such a huge difference in something like this. So, really, that's why anything under 100 resets is pretty darn good for 0 DVs runs like this. So we're just going to have to see if we run into a wall here on the Elite Four. So let's use Strength right there. Push that boulder over. Okay. So now we can get right up here to the Elite Four, but before I go there, I'm going to go to the power plant to get one more rare candy, a PP up, and a max elixir. All standard stuff. Okay. Just have to make our way around all these Pokemon trainers and surf on down. Okay. Here we can just go through here. There's the max elixir. Let's see. There is the rare candy. And there is the PP up. Perfect. And now we can just dig out, and we're back at the Indigo Plateau. Let's buy our full restores that we need and get into the Elite Four. So first things first, we're going to go straight for Lorelei, where I think we lead off with a couple of barriers in case she goes with moves like Takedown. Growl is good because it's actually just allowing us to get even more badge boosts. Okay, we got a critical hit there that knocked us out, but let's try this again. So here, barrier, barrier, barrier. Now here in red and blue, she will never use rest against a psychic type like our Mr. Mime here. But we're really hoping for lots of growls. Okay, now that's a one-shot. That's a one-shot. Here we can finish our setup, I think. Okay, we got knocked out that time, but that's fine. We're gonna level up there just before the Slowbro, so that has me thinking maybe we just go Psychic here. Or maybe Barrier into Psychic here is the play. 2, 3. Now we can just go Psychic, Psychic, Psychic. Okay, now we can set up Meditate. And we're just trying to get our stats up as much as possible. Okay. Okay, we can Body Slam on Jinx, and now Psychic. It's looking like a two-hitter there. Perfect, we got Lapras down, and we're through Lorelei on 27 resets, but not bad. Gonna use an elixir. I'm going to use a full restore for sure here. And let's get into the Bruno fight. So here for this one, we are going to just go Psychic the whole way, I think. I don't think we need to do any setup here, because everything is incredibly weak, and Psychic is super effective on the Machamp, so it just goes down. Perfect. Now into the Agatha fight. She can be a troll, we know. We know just what she is. But fortunately, Psychic one-shots that Gengar. It's a two-hitter there on the Golbat. It's looking like a two-hitter there. Here, I'm just going to set up some barriers here on this Arbok for a minute. And paralysis is kind of good. It means that we won't be able to be put to sleep, but we get Nightshaded down. Okay. Okay, now we can outspeed. And that's a two-hitter. That's a one-hitter. That's a one-hitter. Again, paralysis is kind of bad. And Nightshade, okay. The paralysis is the issue, so we need her to just use Lick, is the thing. Like, if she just goes Lick, we get through this just fine, I think. Okay, now we're just one-shotting things, so the problem is that we level up right there, okay. Let's see if one rare candy will solve that problem. She has yet to go for Lick on us at all, which if she uses Lick, it won't affect us and... Wait, what am I thinking? This is red and blue, not yellow. She doesn't know Lick with these Pokemon. RIP. But she can use Dream Eater while we're awake too, which is perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. Take that one down, take that one down, take that one down. Okay. And now we didn't level up, and there we go. We take down the final Gengar. Much better, much, much better. Okay. So here, we've just leveled up. I think we'll be fine here. Let's just see. So I think the strategy is to lead off with Barrier here. But that was still a two-hitter. So let's try this again. Leer is probably good for us. Dragon Rage isn't too bad. Okay. Psychic's not a one-hitter there. So yeah, I think we really like Leer. Dragon Rage will pretty well destroy us. Okay, so here might be the spot to just drop rare candies. We'll keep one in our pocket for the champion. Okay. Let's try this again. So here, now we can go barrier, barrier, barrier. He goes hard on Hydro Pump, that was bad. Barrier, Hydro Pump missed, that was good. Okay, we got a defense drop there, but I don't think that matters. Here, these are one-hitters. That's a one-hitter. Okay, and the problem was we didn't recover PPs, so we ran out of Psychics there. RIP. Let's try this again. This time with 100% more Psychics. Okay. Barrier, barrier, barrier. Meditate. Psychic. And yeah, we get wrecked on that one. Man, oh man. Barrier. Barrier, barrier, meditate, 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 psychic, one shot, psychic, one shot, psychic, will be a one shot, that's another one shot with psychic, and we one shot the Dragonite. There we go. That's all we needed to have happen. Come on, come on. And we can use our last rare candy here before the champion. We're going to go max elixir here. And of course, we are going to restore all of our HP. Let's pop a PP up into Body Slam just in case. And get into this final fight against the champion. So, first thing that we need to do. I think we barrier like once here. And Psychic? Psychic. There we go. Now, I think we meditate a bunch here. Oh, that critical hit Psychic, are you kidding me? Okay. We may need to do a little more setup here on the Pidgeot. It can use Whirlwind, mind you. Whirlwind, Sky Attack, Mirror Move, all basically do nothing here. At least for a turn. So Wing Attack is the only move that will hit us the same turn. Oh, that crit though. Okay, there we go. Now Psychic. Now we can Body Slam. We can go Psychic there. We can Body Slam twice there. Psychic on that one. We've leveled up, but we outspeed, and he uses Rage. There we go. 38 resets to beat the entire game on minimum battles with a Mr. Mime. With only 2 TMs, Body Slam and Psychic. That is not terrible. That is S tier. That is perfectly fine, and it shows that Mr. Mime is pretty decent in Pokemon Red and Blue. It's a far cry from Pokemon Yellow, and this kind of makes the point. The main reason why I do most of my runs in Pokemon Yellow isn't because I'm trying to copy Scott's thoughts, it's because it's the harder game, overall. Pokemon Red and Blue is a significantly easier game, overall. There are certain spots in Pokemon Red and Blue that I would argue are harder than Pokemon Yellow. I think that Agatha, honestly, we could argue is harder in Pokemon Red and Blue than she is in Yellow because they got rid of Nightshade on basically on her entire team in Pokemon Yellow version. And I think that the rivals can be harder in Pokemon Red and Blue as well. Particularly Rival 3, because if you're playing the standard meta where your starter is always going up against whichever one of the other starters would be most powerful against it, well, that's Rival 3 is the first time that the rival has smart AI, so he's going to use super effective moves if he can. He's got that Kadabra, which is pretty strong. Then, you've got to keep in mind the Gyarados teams for the rival are pretty tough. I do think that they're stronger Rival 3, Rival 4 than the similar teams in Pokemon Yellow. But from there on, honestly, everything from Erica onward, I would argue is much harder in Pokemon Yellow. So if we can do these runs in Pokemon Yellow on 0 DVs and minimal battles and no TMs, those Pokemon are almost certainly going to crush it here in Pokemon Red and Blue. The only reason they wouldn't be able to do it would be if Brock being 2 levels higher and his Geodude using Defense Curl made a difference. That's the only case where a Pokemon that completely crushed Pokemon Yellow would actually fail here in Pokemon Red and Blue. And yeah. So, we have beaten the game with a Mr. Mime. And that means there's only one question that we still have to answer, which is, how is this Mr. Mime gonna do against Mewtwo? Because, hey, Mewtwo, he's a dude. He's the dude. And we've got to get in there with Marcelius and say, hey, we're gonna walk through some walls, we're gonna do some crazy stuff, and then we're gonna take this Mewtwo down, I think. Here, let's just make our way through this little section right here. Okay, and let's see, I gotta remember my way through here. Okay. And see, we can just walk through this wall right here. Just be like, hey, I'm stuck. Hey, I'm trapped. No, I can go back. Okay. I love this game so much. This game is so stupid sometimes. Or here. Yep. That's not a wall. Just walk through it. Oh man, Pokemon Red and Blue never change. Still the greatest Pokemon game ever, in my humble opinion. Alright, so let's take on Mewtwo. Here, I think the strategy is to body slam this thing and paralyze it. There we go. But we get wrecked. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to set up some boosts here. And we don't really have anything useful to do here, so barrier, and we get the crit. Oh man. Barrier. Yeah, let's have a barrier war, Mewtwo, you and me. And he's just like, I destroy you. That's what this is. Okay. Meditate. Oh, look at that critical hit there, though. Okay, we got the special drop, but it doesn't matter when you're on only 6 HP and he hits you with Psychic. So barrier, critical hit Swift. Come on, Mewtwo, your critical hit rate is so stupid. Okay, we are now outspeeding. And those non-crit Swifts aren't doing that much. Which means now I think with all the badge boosts, we can go into Psychic. And we're hoping for some special drops here. But I don't know, maybe I just need to go Body Slam at that point. Okay, barrier. Meditate. Man, that hurts. But if we can paralyze it, I think we're in decent shape, so... Oh, look at that crit. No. Oh, God. This one's stupid. Okay. Come on, get paralyzed. Yes! You're paralyzed. He's still gonna hit every single time. Oh, man. It just doesn't matter. Mr. Mime, Marcelius, you think you can go up against the real big dogs? No way. He just sits here and gets destroyed in this one. Okay, there's a meditate. Body slam him. Yes. Now let's finish all the badge boosts set up here. And now we're just hoping for maybe a special drop? Yes, there we go. Finally. We get through. Level 62. Man, Psychic, Barrier, Body Slam, and Meditate were supposed to be good, and we ended up with 50 resets to get through Mewtwo. But it is still S tier. It's S tier. That's all that matters. Nobody cares about anything other than that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I want to just give a huge thank you to shout out to the channel members. Of course, we've got Mark McCarty. We've got Rosador. We've got Ken Schmidt. Guy's legend. We have Marvelous Racing, Zane Winter, Andrew Palmer, Roy Merkel, and now our newest channel member. Gotta shout the guy out, Marvin Dang. This is the first run that I've done since we've had 8 channel members. I've added Patreon too, but, you know, channel membership, Patreon's all the same to me, guys. I just appreciate you guys being here. And, yeah, make sure you check out the Discord so that you can check out more of those. And, maybe check out some runs over here on the left-hand side. There's a whole live commentary playlist going on right there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video. Later.